Have you ever spent a ton of time talking with a prospect only to discover that they weren't qualified to join your business? Or have you ever spent time talking to somebody and they kept making excuses for not having the time or the money to get involved with your business? Well, stay tuned because today I'm going to give you 5 qualifying questions that's going to make your life so much easier. Stay tuned. Hello, my friend. My name is PEtrovick, and for the past 20 plus years, I've been teaching, coaching, and training people how to build massive organizations. Yes, we talk about lead generation, we talk about selling products, and recruiting people and building a big business. Now, I don't know why you got started in your business, but my guess it has something to do with creating a better quality of life for yourself and your family. You know, when I got started 20 plus years ago, it wasn't because I needed money. I had a 6-figure income. What I was missing was time. You never really know what's going on in somebody's world, so you got to get good at asking questions. Questions are the answer, my friend. And if you don't know me, I want you to go ahead and click the subscribe button right now. I put content out on a regular basis, weekly, sometimes daily, to help my followers create the quality of life that they want with this network marketing profession that we're in. You know, I love it. It's given me my life back. Again, if you don't know me, go to my blog, PEtrovick.com. See my story. It's on the right hand of the screen. It's a tearjerker, but it ends pretty nicely. This business has given me my life back. So today, we're going to talk about how do you qualify the people that you're talking to. You know, oftentimes I think when people first get started in this business, all they want to do is sign somebody up. And while when you're brand new, that sounds really good, I can tell you, sometimes it's a big mistake. Sometimes people take a lot of time and they drain a lot of energy. And you want to make sure that you are bringing the right people into your business, because the truth is, if you bring somebody in as a partner, you're going to invest a lot of your time in helping them become successful. And you know, you want people that are teachable, coachable, and trainable. That makes sense, but it's not always obvious when you're first getting started. You know, I really encourage people when they first get started to build, you know, face-to-face people that they have relationships with. And you can certainly do that online, but it's about, you know, talking to people who you have a relationship so you can create a story. It's that story that is so important, because when you only have 1 week in your business, you only have 1 first month in your business and 1 first year in your business. So I really encourage people to create a story that you really can tell for the rest of your career. And then I highly encourage people to develop skills. What kind of skills? Marketing skills. And if you're not going down that route yet, I want to highly encourage you. I have lots of information on how you can develop online marketing skills, how you can generate your own leads so you don't have to chase your family and friends anymore. But even as you generate your own leads, you still need to qualify them. You still need to qualify to make sure that people are a fit for you. So let's jump in. 5 questions you can ask your prospects to see if they're qualified for your business. Question number 1. What are you looking for in a business? You know, it seems like an obvious question, but we don't really know. Some people have been involved in the industry before, and maybe what they're looking for is training and support. Some people are looking for a great comp plan. Some people are looking for a product that they can get really, really excited about. And what I believe is that every presentation you give shouldn't be a presentation, but it should be a conversation. A conversation. And you need to speak about what's important to your prospect. You need to get good at asking questions, listening to what they're saying, and listening to what they're not saying. Because sometimes what they're not saying is just as important as what they are telling you. So ask the prospect, you know, what are you looking for in a business? And let them tell you. Don't prejudge. Don't put words in their mouth. So once you have an idea on what's most important for them in terms of building a successful business, and many people have never built a successful business. So let me give you just a little bit of language you can use there. If you were to start a new career, a new job, what would you want from a support standpoint? And that'll kind of get people who have never had any entrepreneurial experience the ability to articulate, hopefully with you, what they're looking for from you as their coach. Make sense? Question number 2. Okay, this is telling. Question number 2. If you got started in this business and you felt good about it, what are your goals? What kind of income would you like to be creating for yourself 12 months from today? What kind of income do you want to be creating 12 months from today? And what you're trying to do here is you're trying to gauge, does the person have realistic expectations? Some people say they want to be making, 6 figures. Can you do that? Yeah, you can. Have people done it? Yeah, they can. The question then to ask the person is, have you ever made 6 figures before? No right or wrong answer. We're just trying to figure out where they are and where they want to go. So now we know what they want and what they're looking for in a business. Now we know what their financial goals are. And now let's talk about the third question. The third question is, how much time can you invest in your business to create the kind of income that you said you wanted to create in your first 12 months? So a lot of times people will say they want to make $10,000 a month, but they only have 2 hours a week. And they've never earned $10,000 a month before. I always tell people when they want to make $10,000 a month, they have 2 hours a week to do it. I said, if you figure out how to do that, let me know. I'll do it with you. So what we're looking for realistically here, if somebody wants to make 10 grand a month, we're looking for 10 to 20 hours a week. If somebody just has 7 to 10 hours a week, hey, that's doable too. They may not be able to reach that, $10,000 a month income, but hey, maybe they can make $3,000 or $4,000. Even $1,000 a month could be life-changing for some people. You never know. So we know what kind of business they want and what kind of expectations they have from a support and training standpoint and leadership standpoint. We now know how much money they want to make in their business in their first year and how much time they have to devote to that. Now, the fourth question. The fourth question is a very, very telling question. And a lot of times, as soon as people answer this question, I know whether they're going to be serious or not, whether they're going to be committed or not, or whether I want to invest my time in them. Here's the fourth question. Mr. Prospect, tell me this. Why should I invest my time in your success over the next 12 months? What would you bring to my team, and why should I invest my time in you? And then you pause. Pause. You see, most times when new people are trying to recruit somebody, they can't pause. They have a need to fill the void. And what I want you to do is I want you to have strong posture. I want you to ask the person, what would you bring to my team and why should I invest my time in you? Because as I said earlier, when they join your team, it's a lock arms partnership. You will spend a lot of your time helping this person to become successful. Does that kind of make sense? Now, some people, when you ask the question, they'll go, well, because I am ambitious, I'm hungry, I'm motivated, I have a real big why. And I just want to do this, and I've been praying for somebody to come help me. And gosh, you seem like the perfect person that can help me. Hey, that's an awesome person. Other people will respond to that question, what would you bring to my team and why should I invest my time in you? Is like, yeah, I don't know. Nobody's ever asked me that question before. Not really sure. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? They're not really sure. Well, you probably should be not really sure if you want to devote a lot of time. Now, I'm not saying I won't bring this person into the business, but I'm going to be very mindful on how much time I spend with that person until they show up in a way that is more serious and more committed. Make sense? Question number 5. If I can show you, Mr. Prospect, how you can make that income goal that you said you wanted to achieve in your first 12 months in the business, and you feel good about our company and our products and our opportunity, and you feel good about my training and support, hypothetically, if everything looks good, is $1,000 in your budget to go ahead and get started? Would you be in a comfortable position to go ahead and get started? Now, whatever your biggest pack is, if it's $1,000 or $2,000 or $500 or whatever it is, put that big number out there, because what you're going to do is you're looking for commitment. So if somebody says, yeah, if everything looks good, I'll go ahead and get started with you. Man, yes, I do have $1,000. Or they might say everything right up until this point, but they're broke. And you know, there's no way they could come up with $1,000. Then you got to go down the rabbit hole a little bit further and ask them a question like, well, how long would it take you to come up with $1,000? Or whatever that big number is for your biggest pack for your company. Sometimes it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks we can live with. Sometimes it's 2 months. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I don't know when I had an extra $1,000. Now, I know people that didn't have the money and they found a way to get started. They sold a couch or they sold a TV. I know people who sold a car to get started in their business. I also will tell you, I'll also tell you funny stories. I was working with this coach one time, and he was all in, ready to, you know, just do it in a big way. And it was $1,000 to get started. And he goes to me, looks me right in the eye, and says, Terry, you know what? I would get started today if I had $1,000. But man, I've thought and I've thought and I've thought, and I just don't have it. I'm like, okay, well, if you ever, you know, change your mind and you want to get started, I'd love to partner with you. I think you've got tremendous potential. You certainly have a massive network, and we can help you build this thing both online and offline in a massive way. And that was basically the end of it. I left it in his court to get back with me. I never chased people. I never hyped people. I never convinced people. It's just not worth it. So, funny story, the guy who introduced me to this coach calls me 3 days later. He said, you know, we talked to Coach a couple days ago. And I said, yeah. Well, his dog swallowed an athletic sock, and he had to have emergency surgery. And his vet only took cash. And I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. Is the dog okay? And I said, yeah, the dog's okay. And I said, just curious, you know, what does something like that cost to, you know, basically extract a sock from a dog's stomach? $1,600. $1,600 to get that sock out of that dog. Now, I'm glad the dog's okay, and I'm glad the guy found out how to do that. But what it really tells me more than anything, and this is an important point I wanted to tell you, is that he put a higher value on his dog's health than he did on his financial freedom, on his ability to create what he wanted for his family. Now, I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying you need to be aware of that. You see, people very rarely don't get started because they don't have the money or they can't find the money. It's not important enough for them to find the money. So again, what we need to do in our ability to ask questions and tell the story of our products and our business is tell the story in a way that the prospect that we're talking to sees something that they've never saw before. They have hope where they never had hope before. And they can see themselves, this is really important, they can see themselves doing the business, making the money, helping other people, and achieving the goals. And understand this, people don't do what they need to do, people do what they want to do. Big distinction there, my friend. So 5 questions that we talked about. What are you looking for in a business? What's important for them? Is it support? Is it comp plan? Is it products? Is it science? Question 2 is, how much money do you want to make in your first 12 months? Question 3 is, how much time are you willing to invest in your business to create that money that you just told me you wanted? Question 4, a very telling question, what would you bring to my team and why should I invest my time in helping you become successful? And question 5, hypothetically, if everything looks good, you feel good about the support, the training, the products, the company, hypothetically, it's a keyword, hypothetically, is $1,000 or whatever that big amount is, $5,000 or $2,000 in your budget to make a comfortable decision to get started in the next 7 days, or to get started right away. Most people, by the way, that I talk to who are action takers, from the time I talk to them at the very beginning to the time they come in at that $1,000 pack or higher, it's only 7 days. That's the type of person I'm looking to. Now, some people, it just takes time. I had one woman who was a pharmacist. It was 8 months. I talked to her and kept the relationship going before. It was more of a timing thing for her than anything else. And then she got started, and then she went great guns. So again, hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you got value out of this, please hit the like button for me. And again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and you'll get lots of great trainings like this. You can certainly pass them to your team members, or even some of your prospects who are looking for teaching and coaching and training on how they can generate more leads, make more sales, and recruit more reps. My name is PEtrovick. I am so passionate about this profession because it gave me my life back. And I know this, my friend, this profession can change your life if you let it. If you're looking for a way to generate leads online, you want to develop that online marketing skill set, I highly encourage that, especially if you want to do this on a long-term basis. You can generate leads while you're sleeping, which is a beautiful thing. You can go to my blog or go to this link, terrypetrovick.com/lead gen. Again, it's been an honor and a privilege. I appreciate you. Hit that like button, share it if you don't mind. Leave me a comment and let me know which one of these 5 questions stood out most to you, or if you have maybe a 6th question that you'd like to share with the community. I appreciate you. Until next time, make it a better than terrific day and a prosperous one, because you, my friend, absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye for now.